Hi everyone, it's Dan from Delsbury Hill, and I just wanted to make a, won't say a quick video, might not be a quick video because if I'm talking it's definitely not going to be quick. First of all, for those playing at home and who want to see a few trains running, take note of this message down here. So for those of you sticking around, I just wanted to say a massive g'day to all of you across all parts of the world. Just wanted to reconnect quickly. Thanks for the comments on the last video. It was nice to know that the clickety-clack of some simple model trains going around a layout was sort of relaxing and took a moment out of people's day where they could sit there with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and just enjoy it, really, which is sort of was the feeling behind it. I just thought it's just nice to just sit there and just watch the trains go around. So I've done a few different videos on this layout, and all very generalized videos. I guess a little bit about how the layout came about, what the layout is, the tracks running, all that sort of thing, but I just wanted to sort of elaborate on that a little bit. So the main idea behind this layout really was, how do I fit as much layout in an 8x4 foot layout? Not much room to work with when you're talking 00 scale, HO00, not much room at all. So how do I do that? Well, on looking at a lot of your videos and a lot of other YouTubers' videos, one of the things that I found straight away was I need to have multi-levels, and I certainly need to have tracks-wise at least 2 levels. So that's what I set about doing. The second goal, I suppose, was I wanted more than 2 tracks. Reality is I could probably only fit 3 tracks on this, which I've managed to do, again, getting ideas, ripping off ideas essentially from other people on YouTube as to how to do it. I mean, let's face it, there's not too many ways that you can build an 8x4 foot model train layout in 00 scale. So I've got 2 tracks down the bottom and I've got 1 track up the top. My next thing was I had to incorporate Magna Rail, because Clyde from Magna Rail Oz, I'd purchased a whole setup from him ages and ages ago, and it was sitting there in a box, and every time I looked at my model train gear, I'd see this Magna Rail sitting there, and I think I have to do something with this Magna Rail. So this was just a test run for the Magna Rail as well. Levels. For me, it was all about levels as well. That was one of the other main goals, was yes, levels with track, but also levels with scenery. So I wanted to have dynamics, as much dynamics as I could possibly have in a relatively tiny 8x4 foot layout. So I had to make the levels and the eye lines interesting. The other reason that I wanted to do levels too was because I knew that I would be filming it, and once you've seen a 4x8 foot layout a couple of times, you've seen it all pretty much, probably in about 2 minutes. So I wanted to have different sight lines, different level lines that I could actually film it and have it look a bit dynamic and a bit different kind of each time that I shot it. I'll take you around the back and I'll explain that part too. So as you can see, we have our back scene here, which I've just very, very simply and quickly put up as a styrene back screen. I had the styrene there from a delivery that we got, and I thought, you know what, that can come to good use rather than going into landfill. So we have this top track, which comes out of the back screen and into the back screen and around onto the layout. Down here we have the 2 tracks. Now there's actually 4 here, but there's actually 2 sidings. All right, so under here I've just put a power board up here. These are the controllers for the different accessories that I have, the welder and the church bells, the flashing cameras, and then where I can actually get to the trains if there's a derailment, if I need to clean the track. I also, that's the other thing I had to do, I had to make it very functional. I had to make it accessible for me to put my hands under to clean the track and to deal with derailments and everything like that. There's a lot of flexi track in here and a few set pieces too, but a lot of flexi track. I just thought the more flexi track I have, the less chance there is of derailments, as long as I set the flexi track correctly. And with a lot of trial and error, I got there, and I must say, this is the only layout that I have ever had where I can run it literally for hours and hours on end and not one train will derail. It is amazing. A couple of other ideas that I had with this one was that I actually wanted to be able to potentially transport the layout. I wanted to make it sort of easy to actually transport rather than transporting it in 4 or 5 pieces like the last layout. This is a one-piece proposition. So easy to put somewhere, easy to take back. Take care and hope to catch up with you all soon. Enjoy the trains. Cheers.